Sorry if the lighting is really bad. I have trouble with lighting a lot. So I apologize for that. Well, today is briefly, very briefly, about how INFPs can how we can make sure that we have the right group of friends, because this can be difficult for us sometimes. So there are basically four red flags. There's more, but just that I'm going to talk about today. That if you see them in your group of friends or with a particular friend, it might be a warning sign that maybe this person is someone you should kind of leave alone for a little while. First of all, if someone is constantly trying to compete with you, a lot of INFPs, I can't speak for every INFP, but I know a lot of us are not very competitive. It's just not really in our nature. We're just like, you do you, I do me. That's it. But sometimes being around someone who is super, super competitive can become a problem. It can develop into bigger problems that lead to a lack of respect in the friendship. Um, it can just be a little bit dangerous for some people. So constant competition with you, that's something to view as a red flag. Another thing might be if our friend is prone to gossip. If they're always calling us to gossip about someone else, they're usually going to be doing the same thing to us. They're probably also calling other people to gossip about us. And that's something that I had to learn the hard way. Um, a third red flag would be if they like to start drama with you. I once had a friend who liked to constantly threaten me that she was going to terminate our friendship. And me, I was very young at the time. I would start crying. I would always fall for it. I'd start crying and be like, no, no, you're my best friend. I love you. Um, and then she'd be like, okay, I guess we're still friends. That's not good. That's not healthy. And this leads to the fourth red flag, which is manipulation, because that actually is a form of manipulation. Um, and one thing I noticed I started to do as I got older, I would notice when my friends were manipulating me. And I would be like, oh, that's okay. That's just the way they are. It's fine. No, it's not fine. I learned I learned that also the hard way. If you notice that someone is manipulating you, that's a red flag. Please don't be like me. If you notice this, put some distance between yourself and that person. It doesn't mean that you have to terminate the friendship or you can't, love them anymore or appreciate their good qualities. It just means that maybe at this point in their life, they're not a healthy fit for you. Maybe they need to work out a few things and you can be their friend from a distance. Maybe instead of talking to them on a weekly basis or a daily basis, maybe it would be best to talk to them in a group setting once a month. Just be very careful and protect yourself. Because who we hang out with, who we choose to spend our time with, it affects our self esteem. It affects the way we view ourselves. I know we say things like, oh, words don't matter, and um, you have the responsibility to, how do people say this? They say sometimes it's up to you to allow someone else to bring you down. That sounds nice, but that's not the way humans work. We are affected by the things people say to us. We are affected by negativity. So, in INFPs, because we're so emotional and we navigate the world by our emotions, when we're around people who are constantly negative, who are competing with us, trying to manipulate us, or trying to just, I don't know, just do weird things to make themselves feel better, that can trigger very depressive or negative emotions within us because we feel things so deeply. And no one wants to go down, no INFP wants to go down that sad road where you're just feeling sad and you're just not yourself. And it's the direct result of being around the wrong friends. So if you have a great group of friends, that's a really good thing to have. And I hope that I hope this video was a little helpful for someone maybe who is trying to figure out if certain people who they hang out with are like the right friends for them or not. And if you have experiences with friends that were unhealthy, or some red flags, that other red flags other than the ones I mentioned, please feel free to leave them in the comments section because I think that would be helpful to me. It would be helpful to everybody. All right. Thank you for watching. And I'm sorry about the lighting. It's probably terrible. Okay. Bye.